In today's video, I'm going to exactly break down how to approach women in the club successfully, and stay with me until the end. I'm going to tell you how I approach women in the club and what words and what sentence I use to approach them, okay? So first of all, you have to understand the environment that you're at, okay? You're not out in the street, you are in a closed room in a club, okay? You have the whole evening. This is a misconception that all the guys have. This is just insecurity. Whenever I talked to people that were in the club and I told them, bro, just approach it. He said, wait, I have the club, I just need some more drinks, wait, I have time, all the shit. You don't have the time. Why? Because the competition is high. The chances of you finding a group of women that are not with men is very low. The chances of you actually being attracted to them is very low. And if this is the case, you have to attack the opportunity that you get immediately, okay? I've lost, and I can tell that out of personal experience, I've lost out on very good opportunities just because I thought I had time, and then some other dude took a shot, approached her, and he won, and I lost. Simply because I didn't approach them. So get this out of your head that you have the whole evening. You don't. If you need a drink or two, it's okay, fine, get a drink or two and then approach them. Always make sure to have a table in the club. Why? I'm going to tell you later why this is important to have a table with not too many guys in there, and like it would be great if you have women in there. Why? It just makes you higher standard, or like it makes you higher value than you actually are if you bring women to the club, because you don't seem to be desperate for new women, because you already have your chicks. Even if you don't have anything going with them, even maybe it's just friends of your friends, it doesn't matter. Women give a higher value that you are being perceived. Okay? Second of all, how to set up the approach, okay? Once you step into the club, don't approach any chick that you've never had eye contact with. Don't do that. That's minimizing your chances of getting to the approach. Okay? Observe the club, see where your table is. Of course, you need the table. See where your table is. Then check out which woman is with which dude, which group of women is with which dude. We had in Belgrade a scenario where there were people, or like guys, that wanted to fight us just because their chicks approached us and standed with us in the club and took a picture with us, okay? Why? Because they were not standing with them, but throughout the night, it was crystallizing that one of the guys had a huge crush on the chick. I didn't know that. I could have maybe observed better and see that he's constantly looking at her, but who cares? Nothing happened. That's a whole different story. Make eye contact with women you like. Why? Because women are observing as well. They are looking for men that they find interesting and then they find attractive. So make sure to look actively and search actively for the eye contact. Let's imagine a scenario where you face her directly and you see her, and now it comes to the you matching eye contact. Okay, you're looking directly into her eyes. Don't have a mean face, cold face, just have a cool face. Don't ever lose, I said, don't lose the stare down. Don't lose the stare down. Imagine, just right now, imagine you and I talking and you look at my face and I switch that. That's submissive. I had scenarios where I was looking at a woman for 3 minutes, 2 minutes straight. She didn't look away, I didn't. But then she eventually backed up. I didn't lose, I don't care. You don't have to look like this and like pretend to be something that you're not. Just play it cool and look her in the eye. If you have a drink optional, you can just raise your drink and like cheers or twink, it doesn't matter. Okay, but don't lose the fucking stare down. Okay, don't lose it. Let's go further down the line and see, or like, let's assume that you won the stare down, you gave a twink, she laughed, ha ha ha. Your eye contact matches a few more times, 1 or 2 times. That's the sign. After you won the stare down, you need at least one more eye contact from her. You go directly to the approach. Don't wait, don't hesitate. This is your only chance in the evening that you get of actually getting her to your table. Or her friend group, doesn't matter. So, optionally bring your drink if you have one, just so you can just cheer, or like don't be weird with your hands and do anything. So if you have your drink, you can just have your drink. Be confident. If you need a quick pep talk with your friend, say, okay, I'm approaching, it doesn't matter. Just make sure when you talk to her that you talk confidently and you're not, hey, be confident. Talk in a voice where she feels that you are approaching her in a confident way. Confident. What is the goal of approaching her? It's not making out with her at this point. It's just getting her off all the other dudes to where? To your table, where she's separated from all the other dicks. It's just you and her friends and your friends, and optionally the women that you already brought, okay? So go there, ask her if she wants to go to your table, it doesn't matter. What you're going to tell her specifically, I'm going to drop in the end, what I use, and it's like it always works. If she's interested, of course. If she doesn't interested, then it doesn't matter. What you say, if she's not interested, it doesn't matter. Then, after let's assume she went to go to a table, had a couple drinks, all cool, ha ha, he. You get her IG, you you tell her that she has to get home safely, and you tell her that she has to tell you once she got home safe, because that's important. So she message you, so you have a message in the chat, and she will most likely tell you, hey, I'm home, and you say, okay, glad that you made it home, and then from there on, you can ask her out anytime soon. Doesn't have to be next day or the other days. Just make sure you're now in the Instagram. You are ahead of all the people that were in the club. Why? Because you were just observing the club. You took your chance. You didn't hesitate. You had a table where you can bring her, because if she's standing at the bar, there's no place where you can bring her where she feels safe. Why would she leave the bar just to go to the other side of the bar? Doesn't make sense. She will be there because it's just a safe place. But if you get her to your table, that's like a position of power that you have. And it is. No, don't let any girl ever tell you differently, because it's just how their brain works. Okay? Of course, the best case scenario, but this is not what you should expect. Best case scenario is you take her home. Okay? This is the scenario you can expect in countries where degeneracy is at its highest, like you just go to the US, or you go to party cities, like go to Ibiza or wherever. This is what you can expect to take her home, because this is the only purpose why the girls went there. But in your hometown or in a town which is normal, or especially in Eastern Europe, don't ever expect that you can take a chick home after she gave you her IG in the club. She most likely won't do that 99% of the time, and it's fine, but just don't expect it. So what is the Rema tip? What do I actually say to get the highest conversion rate when it comes to approaching women? Of course, I follow all of these steps, and I don't approach women out of the blue. Like out of the cold, however it's said, doesn't matter. Once I lock in the eye contact, I approach her, and even I do a quick pep talk, okay? And then you go in there confident. Either she sees you approaching her directly, or she's in the back, you can just tap her, doesn't matter. You say, hey, I just wanted to tell you that you're really beautiful. What's your name? She says, ha ha, thank you, my name is blah, blah, blah. If she doesn't ask you for your name, you don't say your name. You want her to ask you for your name. She says, yeah, what's your name? And I say, yeah, Marco. And then you just tell her, the reason why I walked over to you, I approach you, is I just want you to get to my table, because I don't want you to get approached by all these random dudes trying to sneak in with a little grabbing your ass or some shit, which is very rude. I want you to be safe. We don't even have to talk at my table. I just want you to sit there. You can sit there with your friends. You can bring all your friends, and you can enjoy the night there. It will be way better than just standing here at the bar and getting randomly approached by dudes. And then if she says yes, most of the time they say yes, you bring her to the table. And if she is at your table, another tip, ask her what she wants to drink, and ask her whether she wants water or not, or soft drinks. Why? Because if you directly ask her what drinks she wants, or like what alcohol she wants, in her head is, okay, maybe he's going to get me drunk, I don't know. If you offer them water and they say okay, they appreciate that a lot. And on the flip side is, if they ask for a drink, it's you just giving her what she wanted. Okay, that's totally fine. What if she says, no, I don't want to be at your table? You say, always be respectful. You say, hey, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. Have a great night. Cheers. Bye. Bye. That's it. If you feel that the vibe's good and she really just doesn't want to be at your table, you can ask her for IG. Okay, what's your IG then? That's it. And that's the whole approaching in the club. Just follow these steps and you will immediately have more success. Immediately. Why? Because you minimize the chances of randomly approaching chicks, because the instant reaction is, who are you? I don't know you. But if she's seen you a couple of times, you match eye contacts, she's seen that you have interest and that you are interested in her. She now knows that you most likely approach her, and this is what she expects. Don't get me wrong. Women that give you the eye contact, they expect you to approach them. If you don't approach them, she just thinks, he's a pussy. And you will be the guy that she's telling her friends about, there was a nice guy, but he didn't approach me. What a loser. I really liked him. And who knows what would have worked out. Why? You don't have the balls, you're not confident, you don't know what to say. And I literally gave you what to say. Like, it's 3 sentences. And then if she's at your table, just be cool. Dance a little bit. Don't get too touchy. Dance a little bit. Feel her vibe. Maybe she's touchy. Just do whatever she gives you. Therefore, you need to be able to read her mind, or like her body language. It's what she gives you, that's what you take. You don't take more than she gives you, okay? If she gets touchy, you get touchy. But you don't get touchy first. You just check the vibe, okay? So this is how to actually approach in the club successfully. Yeah, make sure to join the Telegram, which is in the link down below, because I post shit like this all the time in there, and post stories of all my clients, like success stories of all my clients that are in my coaching program, which actually use these exact tips that I gave you, and I'm giving them out for free. So make sure, thanks for staying this long. Like and subscribe, and check out the link in the bio, okay? Take care, peace.